And so our Congress in this new legislation is considering increasing that number significantly, initially to 115,000 and eventually to as much as 180,000, with additional places for foreign students who graduate from American universities, another 25,000 for those foreign students. So this is a big expansion of the program, which potentially opens up many more opportunities for Indians and for those of citizens of other countries as well. There have been other problems with the program, and you may have heard if you have family members or friends who've gone to the US on H-1B visas. It currently takes a very long time on an H-1B visa before you get a green card and permanent citizenship. And it takes a particularly long time for citizens of India and other large countries like China and the Philippines, which also sends many immigrants to the United States. And the reason for that is in that 1965 law, which is still the basis of our immigration law, the Congress set a cap for each country of just 7% of the new green cards each year. And the idea was, we wanted immigrants to come from all different countries, so we didn't want to give too many to one country. Well, if you're from a little country, right? If you're immigrating to the United States from Denmark, or if you're coming from Guatemala or Costa Rica, that's not a problem. But if you're coming from a country like India with 1.2 billion people, or a country like China with 1 billion people, that's a big problem. And so the result is that Indians wait a very long time to move from H-1B visas to green card and eventually to citizenship. The new law under consideration by Congress would eliminate that quota and would speed up the path to green cards and citizenship for Indians on those H-1B visas. There are many other positive elements of the bill that I would just mention quickly. For instance, currently if you earn an H-1B visa and you bring your spouse over with you, husband or wife, your spouse cannot work legally in the United States while you're on the H-1B visa. The new law would change that and would say now your spouse can hold a job in the United States while you're there on an H-1B visa. It would be much easier to change jobs. Currently, many of those are stuck to a single company because that company sponsored them for the H-1B. The new law would allow you to seek a new employer and to change jobs without losing your H-1B visa. So very, very positive. And then finally, I will note that the Congress is considering creating a new visa for entrepreneurs. So this would be particularly for foreign students who graduate from U.S. universities. Currently, the only way they can stay, unless they fall in love with an American and get married. So that's a good way to stay. But if they don't fall in love with an American and get married, they have to go work for a company in the United States. They can't try to start their own business. Well, one of the things we've learned in the United States is that almost all the jobs that are created in our country are created by new companies. There's research by our Kauffman Foundation, which found that all of the net new jobs in the United States in recent years have been created by companies that are 5 years old or less. So all these dynamic new companies that you hear about, those are the ones creating jobs in my country. So why do we not want entrepreneurs to try their hand at starting companies? So again, the new bill would allow foreign students to start companies in the United States and to stay. So again, very, very positive. So that's the positive story on the immigration changes. I will mention two difficulties. One difficulty is specific for India.